What is up, YouTubers? Johnson here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Now, I know we're not really in the main game right now, but this was a thing I never knew. I kind of just booted up the game, and this is what happened. This was also something I saw beforehand as well. Like, I was also just deciding to look at the Game Grumps do some more DLC since I saw their videos come out, and I was like, oh, I made in a little bit. Maybe I'll see what they're up to. But apparently, the new stuff is side story, and then there's files as well, which is interesting. So this is like your so-called computer, I guess, and like there's photos you can get and whatnot. As you can see, all the way through. I guess you can also set them as wallpapers as well. So I guess I'll put this one as Sayori as the background. But yeah, there's stuff like files. Okay, this makes a little more sense on how they made the game as well, because I never knew this. Game. Interesting. And then there's plus side stories, which I don't know. Okay. The side stories of friendships that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in the DLC. Okay, so there's probably going to be a lot to do here. Then I guess in that case I might do some of the other routes as well, but only like the specific stuff I do with the other specific people, I guess, at that point, since now there seems to be like more of that. And when the Game Grumps were doing their thing, it seems like their save file already had done all the routes, so that's kind of why. So we're just going to hop into DLC again, continue the game from there. So this is just a normal game, from what I can tell. Because the thing is, when I booted up the game, it didn't have that sort of thing beforehand. So I was kind of like all confused and stuff when that happened. But this is where we left off. Like, just coming in for... oh, right. We were sharing poems on the second day now, and we've already talked to Sayori and Natsuki already, and now we're talking to Yuri, and then it'll be Monica, and finish off the day there. So, without further ado, let's get started. I gotta remember the voices. I did this yesterday, but... Also, I ended it off pretty quickly yesterday because my stepdad literally just got home right at the end, so I was like, okay, I don't want to have... Especially him, I don't really want him to see me play this game, so... I mean, if you see this on YouTube... Oh my god, wait a minute, there's a... Oh boy, I'm gonna have some questions later. Anyways, well, luckily this isn't gonna be uploaded till later anyway, so I'm fine. Anyways... Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. I'm just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings, and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intuitive exercise. I see. That is certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is it the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods her head timidly and hands me her poem. I don't know if I'm going to be able to read most of this, but it's called The Raccoon. Alright. Since this is a bit of a longer poem, I gotta go to... Like, if you weren't finished reading, just go back and pause. I am kind of leaving these up for a little while. I'm just kind of skimming through a little bit. So... Because I don't want to have all that time just reading the poems as well, so... I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday. Yeah, it's more longer as well. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Me neither, especially since I can't read it. Well, actually, I think I was able to read that one a little more better somehow. I don't know. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express valid imagery and coining emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, if I take it at, wait, what? If I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep myself. But I can't speak. I'm sorry. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. You think it's funny? I got an RPG. I will kill you right now if you say it's funny again. Okay, I'm sorry, jeez. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculous for that strange interest? Huh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging it, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. And all that's left is Monica, since we read with Sayori and Natsuki at the end of the last episode. Hi again, Jonza. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes you think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like a dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her, even in the club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interested people, so don't be afraid to give them their share time. And you can always talk to me now and then, too. Nope, I'm only talking to Sarah right now. I'm not, unapproachable or anything, am I? Oh, no, it's not like that. I'm just getting used to being here, that's all. And I feel comfortable with Sayori since she's someone I know. I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really don't mean it like that. Don't worry. I get what you were saying. Well, alright. But anyways, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. You know what, I think I'll read this one, at least. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding and piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless, meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Filings, greens, woven forms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sin, sine, cosine, tangent. I almost forgot what those were. The mouth veins. Like playing chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a unicycle on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Ooh. Are you a robot? What? No, I am not a robot. What makes you say that? Anyways, it's more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of a thing I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on paper. Choosing where to write and how to write to space your words can totally change the mood of a poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines were short makes me feel like they were trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. I know what it's about. Do you guys know what it's about? Do you know what it's about? Anyways. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be abstract and physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it in that way, not every poem is about something. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget you can save your game. Oh, you mean like this? You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this even a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. The plot thickens. And if you guys haven't seen this game before, then, oh boy, you're definitely going to be in for a treat later on. I think maybe after, maybe 2 more days, I think? Maybe. I think so. Anyways. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. And don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We don't need much than a few decorations. Siri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem that recutes during the event. I can't speak. But I'm so excited I can't speak. But the cool part is we're also going to let everyone else come up with recital poems too. She's always putting it all on posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hee. Sherry, who's been coloring the poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. This isn't something I signed up for, you know. There's no way I'm gonna be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot for them to ask to recite their poems out loud for the whole room full of people. I guess I overlooked that. I'm so sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we started the event and each of us put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, and the better it would be to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimidated with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if it just takes standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. They're still not sure. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. Oh no, not Sayori! She looks worried! I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glanced around everyone else's expression faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Haha, that's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh, you don't even know Yuri. And that's a hint or something later. Anyways. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyways, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to be practicing reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of a bunch of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she had in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is A Way to Fly. Ahem. Monica proceeds to write her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, influence is... I don't even know what this says. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she does before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around on me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri's intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finished... Well, what about Natsuki's reaction, huh? We don't get to see her reaction? The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches her sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Imaging of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment she was particularly refusing to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happened when Yuri gets absorbed into a book. Her quiver words transform into the shape of symbols and fierce of a confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she indicates with perfect timing. I got the word eventually, okay? This must be a rare glimpse into whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around as she was bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first one to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that he didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem in her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Yuri looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess it's mine's next. Ugh, I can't speak either. None of us can speak English. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Haha. Sorry, giggles. Hee hee. Sorry. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Excuse me. I had a horrible time at the start. Try not to think about it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in a mirror of your own head, in your own head. It's a poem, so it'll come out in the best way. I see. Okay, then. Siri begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice has made a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene but bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she liked my poem. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Johnzo liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out very nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poem wouldn't work quite as well with what kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that short glance delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's what I've been practicing in that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before 0. It's not like I can compare it to you guys anyways. I might as well let Johnson lower everyone's standards before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much selection to read of what I have to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. I mean, if anything, if that was my situation too, I'd definitely feel a little uncomfortable. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it as much. I think it's less about your ability and more of the lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that I'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alrighty then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki bargishly gets out her sheet and makes her way to the podium. Also, wait, when did we get a podium? The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Well, that seems like a very interesting poem name. Because you're presenting. Well, don't do it. Turn around. I don't like you all staring at me. Anyways, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. She's still a little unheaded. Her poem has a rhyme and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken out loud. The words feel like bounce back up and down as if they given life to a poem. Nancy's finished and everyone's applaud. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do it again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite your poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want to other people, but when it's just my friends, it's embarrassing. That's a surprise, that's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it'd be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, we won't have much to worry about at the festival. That said, I thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you'll all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure to pick a poem that gets enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, you'll probably find some poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Eat my hair, Natsuki. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like that to continue. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the enthusiasm Surya Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, I'm impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go? Oh, ready to go, Sayori? Why do I keep doing that? I keep messing up the freaking characters. Yep. Looks like you two are always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Eat my hair, Sayori. I'm making everyone eat my hair. Hehe. Jeez, guys, don't make it sound like a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, yeah, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Janza, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was just thinking about stuff from earlier. I like how we get to, Sayori fumbles in her words. So, let's just say one day that Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What will you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well, this is the Sayori route, and I guess it also just picks at random between Yuri and Natsuki, I guess, at times, because if you hang out with Natsuki a bit more, then I'll say Natsuki, and if you hang out with Yuri more, I'll say Yuri, and then with, I guess, Sayori, it's random. I guess. I would still walk with you, Sayori. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Eh? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her as in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Janza. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would desert if she wanted to. Sorry, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never gonna happen? And the conversation trails off. This is kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only in a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? And now it's poem time. Alright, I did pretty good with, before. Actually, speaking of which, I should probably save. I'll just save on the one I saved on Monica's with. There we go. Alrighty. So, friends. Dance, laugh. Fireworks. Loud, sugar, jump. Lollipop, eternally treasure. Silly? Yeah, there we go. Sunset. Keys. Aw, oh, damn it. Nah, Bunny seems too. Memories? Ah, there we go. I think we have like. We only gotten one for Natsuki so far, so. The rest have been Sayori, so we have like. Oh, okay, so we have like. So we have 4 Sayori, 1 Natsuki, okay. Fun? Yeah, there we go. Pure. Damn it. Okay. Journey. Damn. Okay. Happiness. Time? Damn it. Well, I think I've only gotten 2 for Natsuki and 2 for Yuri so far. Everything else has been for Sayori so far, and I think that's like 6, so we're good for now. Oh, hang on, I know one. There we go. Rain cloud. Hopeless? Yeah. Childhood. I think nature was 1. Yeah, there we go. I'm starting to know Sayori. Flying? Yeah, there we go. Secretive, charm, amazing, clumsy, uncanny, sadness, sunny, and giggle. Oh, that last one was Natsuki. But we mostly got Sayori on that one, so I don't think after this there's any more poems. I think this is the last bit of poems that we had to do, so yeah, I think we're fine with poems for the rest of the game now, so we're fully kind of on a Sayori route, pretty much. And whatnot, so, you know. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all. And I'm super happy that you were all willing to help out with the festival, too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about the festival yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But the whole day of school, we're just get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Yeah, that does sound like Xuri all of a sudden. Monica, they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people? Oh, because of Mon Inca. Ha! Guy. Huh? I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon Inca. Huh? That's not the way you say my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reaction ain't as funny as Yuri's or Sayori's anyways. Excuse me. Where is Sayori anyways? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk at the corner of a room, looking down on to nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again.
Sorry. Done by me. You can go talk to everyone else.
Huh? Is everything alright?
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
It just feels like you're a little off. I'm sorry for assuming things.
Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see?
Sayori shows me a big smile.
Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone.
Well, alright, if you say so. I weirdly glance at Sayori before turning back to everyone else. But the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back to their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have been spending a lot of time together. Wrong. We've been spending more time together, me and Sayori. You're wrong. I timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk.
Jonzo, what's up?
Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently?
Anything up with her?
In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into things a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today.
Oh, you think so?
I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Jonza. You certainly know her a lot more than I do. Yeah, but she never really is like this. She always talks to me about things that bothered her. But this time when I asked her, she was totally really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it for now.
No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself.
Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone.
Are you sure? Maybe she just has a hard time bringing it up with the person of interest.
Person of interest?
What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Jonza.
Me? How on earth would you come up with that conclusion?
Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but Suri talks about you more than anything, you know?
Huh?
She's been much happier ever since you joined the club. It's like a little extra light was turned inside of her.
What? No way. Suri is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. Not any different now than it's always been.
You're so funny, Jonza. Have you thought that maybe you always seen her and it's so cheerful? Because you know that she was always around you? I said too much. I'm sorry, what do you know anyway? I meant to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget about what I said. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now.
Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. Ugh. I can't freaking read today, I don't know why. I know what she said, to forget about it, but I already know that I wouldn't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she keeps her voice so quiet that I can't hear anything from her. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and I have to have fun with everyone else. But that's impossible when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weight down on me so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. But there's nothing that I can do besides wait for Monica. Alright, I think that's a good place to end off the episode. I don't know why I pressed X. I'll just save there.
But yeah, also if you go to history, you can actually like look back at some of the previous conversations, or at least up to what at least a little bit going on. So if there was something you missed, which I should have actually checked if I didn't miss anything, but whatever, I did it. But anyways, I'm gonna end things here. We're pretty much in 40 minutes already. Maybe I'll go longer for the next 2 episodes, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video, press the like button or subscribe, do whatever. And I'll see you dudes in the next video. See you dudes next time.
Well, pretty even right now. Ooh, it's getting close. Oh. Well, I'm disappointed. Fortunately, boy, me and